Welcome everybody to the Big Benton Anti Sports Cave. We got Ben in the middle there, and then on the end there we got Wade. So, Bloomington Bison played last night. They lost 3-2 to Iowa Heartlanders in overtime. Big Ben, you got the stats on the.
Okay, the past 4 games, because we missed the show Wednesday because of the holidays, but nevertheless, Blues won against the Islanders 2-1 last Friday. Last Monday was they lost to the Rangers 3-2, and then Wednesday in the overtime they lost 3-2, and then they won 4-3 yesterday against the Senators. Tonight, 7 o'clock puck drop against the Utah Mammoth for the Blues. For the Blackhawks, they won against the Kraken 3-2. They won against the They lost against the Sabres 9-3. They won against they won. I wish they won. They lost against the Avalanche 1-0, and they lost against the Wild, and they lost against the Predators. There's a game tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. So it looks like both of our teams sucked this past week.
Yay.
So,
Alrighty.
nevertheless, Riverman time.
Morning, Eric. Alrighty, so before we get started on the Riverman talk, let's have Wade talk to us about this Indian restaurant.
All right. We got the Bayleaf Indian Restaurant, who's been kind enough to make me their spokesperson. I've had the pleasure of dining with these guys multiple times now, multiple different kinds of food, and always a hit. I've gotten great feedback from other people that have ate there since I became a spokesperson, and they've expressed to me how much they've enjoyed the food and atmosphere as well. And like I always say, it's right there, downtown Peoria. Free parking if you want to go watch the Rivermen and leave your car there, and walk up 2 blocks to the game. And it's all around a great experience and great.
Right, and the great thing about it is you don't have to go to a Riverman game just to enjoy this restaurant.
No, you don't.
If you're going to a Bradley game or a concert at the show or at the Civic Center or whatever at that in the Carver Arena area,
you just want to do something new, have a date night with the missus.
Right, like say you're going to the opera over at the Prairie Land Center, whatever it's called, and you want to get something to eat right away. So you go to the Bayleaf, you get a meal before you go out and see the opera, and then you just walk right up there to walk off a little bit of the great food you're going to eat, and then watch your opera, and then there you go. So it's not just strictly, for us hockey fans. You can also go for other times, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks, Wade. So I'm going to do the score first before we start, getting into the whole discussion, because Wade and I have a lot to talk about, and Ben can probably talk about a little bit. Peoria Rivermen lost 4-1 last night. Tinovich stopped 25 out of 28. And Fox was the only goal for the Rivermen.
Oh, geez.
So I'm going to start off with this. The first period, great. It was great. We came out physical. Even Wilkie was getting into it. I mean, he had a huge hit. And everybody else was just, you have to come out physical against this Evansville team. Yeah. They are a physical team, so you need to match that physicalness. And I believe we did the first period. Wade, what we'll go period by period, and then we'll kind of get into the stats, like what we were talking about earlier. I'm guessing you agree with me on the first period.
I absolutely do. I think this was one of their better periods in a long, long time. And they were checking all the boxes that you want to do. They weren't turning the puck over. They were on the same page, in sync, playing with high energy, a good effort, playing physical. I mean, they got the first goal. They were literally doing everything correct, what you wanted to see a competitive game and a chance to win. It was on full display that for virtually the entirety of the first period
Right.
until the goal.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about that goal. That goal, I don't know. To me, it looked like it hit him right in the chest. And I, I don't know. Like I said, I'm on the other end, and from my perspective, it looked like it hit him right in the chest. And then all of a sudden, I saw the red light go on. I'm like, I thought he saved it, but apparently not. What was your perspective on it, Wade? Because I know you're a little bit closer down there.
Yeah. My vantage point, I think what this guy was trying to do, because he was shooting it in from the blue line.
Yeah.
And what some people don't know is not all shots are necessarily meant to score. Sometimes you literally are shooting for the rebound.
Yeah.
And I think this was that guy's intention, which it worked and it shouldn't have. But he wanted to keep the puck on the ice and get a bounce off the pads. He elevated the puck a little bit and it hit him just above the pads right in the gut. But instead of keeping it in, he let it bounce out in front of him. And Scott Kierkegaard was right there and poked it right between his legs for the goal. And that is a goal, again, that you just can't give up. And I sound like a broken record. I get that. But in that situation, when everything is going correct for you, you literally just got the goal yourself.
Yeah.
You give up a goal like that, where there shouldn't have even been a rebound in the first place to poke home.
Yeah.
It should have been soaked up and held. It was a basic shot from the blue line that had no business finding the back of the net in that situation.
Yeah. And I know you said it a little bit last night. It's like when they scored that, it's like a switch went on, and the Rivermen kind of started playing a little bit flatter. Because let's talk about the second period. It's like they took a step back.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they didn't give effort, because I saw a lot of players out there giving effort.
Right.
And it wasn't like last Friday when the body language was bad. Because the boys were rallied. They were trying. They were trying to get pucks to the net. But again, like I said in the past, Evansville is a very good team that blocks shots.
Mm-hmm.
They block tons of shots.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this year, they're doing the exact same thing. They're very good at blocking shots. So I believe in the second period, like I said, they took a step back. And, I had some people around me saying, well, the defense needs to tighten up. Really, I don't think the defense really played bad last night. There was a few times where they had a brain lapse and they let, like a little short breakaway or gave a little space to people that shouldn't have got the space. But all in all, I don't think the defense played bad. And the second goal, I think that was kind of a brain lapse by the defense, but I don't know. You got to come up with that big save, because, like I said, you're down. You're tied. You're kind of keeping up with the Evansville, But then, like I said, they kind of took a step back. What did you get out of the second period?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much in agreement with you. I definitely. It seemed like they were a little more deflated. Like they were kind of probably stunned that that puck wound up in the net themselves. I mean, they're human beings themselves, and I'm sure even Tino was stunned that that puck ended up in the back of the net. So I do think it kind of bugged them, and we had, wasn't it at the end of the first, heading into the second, a double minor called on
Yeah.
Evansville Thunderbolts, 4-minute power play.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we don't cash in
No.
on a golden opportunity to go ahead at this point because it's still tied. So we could have gone up 2-1, with that opportunity. Instead, it's another opportunity wasted. And I felt like that was deflating for the Rivermen as well, knowing that they let that opportunity slip through. You kind of started to see the defense lay back. And the next thing you know, you see Bolts playing tic-tac-toe up the ice, tape to tape with the passes, and this
Yeah.
right past Tino to go ahead. And then you're
Yeah.
like, quickly too, and you're just like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
What just happened?
Yeah. And like I agree with you. It's like they took a step back. They had problems passing last night again. Evansville wasn't much better, but when they had to make the critical passes, it seems like they could.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, they play 100%. Last night, like I said, I'm going to make this clear. It wasn't out of lack of effort.
Right. I agree.
I will say that. They were given 100%, but Evansville this year is a good team. Like I said, they block shots. They are very physical. And I don't know if everybody's seen this, but it looks like Hobbs kind of took a step back to being a little bit less aggressive this year. Because usually he's a lot more aggressive in the past than he has this year.
Well, hasn't Evansville also always been an aggressive team, anyways? So.
Oh yeah, 100%. They've been an aggressive
My
team.
question is, if they've been like this for however long they've been going against each other, why didn't the Rivermen realize they need to keep going instead of backing off? Or like you just mentioned, like you felt the guy was like not too slow, but not being aggressive enough. Why didn't they just keep going, like as Wade puts it, Riverman style, and just keep going instead of feeling like they were slacking a little bit?
Well, I think part of the problem was we're missing a presence on the ice with Tristan. Yeah, he might not score. He might not, be spectacular, but he is a presence on the ice. He really is. He's a presence on the ice, and it would have been nice to have him back for this weekend, but we don't get him back until next weekend?
I think he's got 2 more games left.
Yeah. Yeah. So, moving on to the third. The third, I thought they were starting to kind of get their rhythm back a little bit. But I again, they were shooting the puck. They were trying to get it to the net. But again, like I said, Evansville's such a good team on blocking shots. And the one goal that Tino, I'm sorry, but he whiffed. It was a total whiff, in my opinion. And from my perspective, it looked like he just totally whiffed from that. My perspective. Wade, like I said, you're closer down that way. What did you see on that?
Yeah, to me, it just looked like he didn't track the puck. And that's, to me, been the 2 biggest issues with Tino this entire season is his consistency tracking the puck and giving up bad rebounds. Those have been his two biggest hiccups that's led to goals that shouldn't end up in the back of the net. And I don't know what's going on with him. It is frustrating to watch, especially because, like, look, we all love Tino. We get it. We want Tino to be successful. We know the type of goalie he can be. So when you see him give up these goals that he shouldn't be given up on a consistent basis, it's just extremely frustrating to see it happen. And like I said, I'm not gonna try to pile on Tino too much, but man, he just I think he needs a break. I think he needs sat for a minute.
So, what do you guys think of Jared's comment here? They need to get rid of Tino.
I don't think they need to get rid of Tino.
No, yeah, I don't think they need to get rid of him. He's a serviceable goalie.
Yeah.
I mean, he can be a backup. I mean, I'm just saying he needs a break from starting, and we need to start to turn the reins over to Jack
Boss,
Bostic.
yeah.
I'll talk a little bit more in depth on why later on, but
Yeah.
in my opinion, we need to start turning the reins over to Boston.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think we need to get rid of Tino, but Tino also needs to realize that, hey, man, we kept you. We picked you over Colby Muse.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know if he's putting too much pressure on himself and he's just having those mental lapses.
Right.
But yeah, no, I will disagree with you, Jared, on that they need to get rid of him. But I agree with Wade on where they just need to kind of maybe sit him down and let Jack take over a little bit. I mean, but you're still going to have to give Tino his starts. I'm not saying sit him and then start Jack all the games, because I hate when they do that, because you need to give the backup some starts, because I mean, look what happened when we won our first championship. Levine was our number one. He
Mhm.
started struggling. Well, guess what? Jack Barry was right there to take over. And Jack Barry, I'm sorry, but Jack Barry was the goalie that won us the championship. So yeah, no, I don't think we need to get rid of Tino at all. I don't think we need to start talking like that. But something has to happen here.
Do you guys think that Guy just is maybe so used to the goalie that he doesn't want to see him leave and have someone else take over because he likes that style of the goalie?
Well, the thing with Guy is, and Wade might back me up on this, but the thing with Guy is when he finds his favorite goalie, he just works him like a dog.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's working.
And I think he's having a issue right now of letting go of that feeling for Tino, because I mean, Guy has been seen mentioned in many interviews. He brought us the championship. Which, yes, he did. But that was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You have a goalie on the bench that is a very good goalie. He's got a 95% save percentage. He's got one shutout. He plays relaxed. Even when he lets goals in, it doesn't rattle him. It seems like when Latinovic lets in a goal, it kind of rattles him now. And it didn't used to. But I think something mentally is going on with Latinovic, and something needs to happen to kind of get him back in, all in. And I'm sure Wade has more to say about that.
I mean, I just think coach is trying to give the veteran goalie who helped bring us a championship every opportunity that he can.
Yeah.
He's being a little favorable to Tino, but it gets to a point when you got to realize what's in front of you and what's working and what's not, and what gives my team the best chance at success. And like I said, look, I love Tino, I do, but right now, and when I go over his numbers, everybody will see as well. Boston is your guy. He's going to give you the best chance to win. And literally all of his starts, that's exactly what he's done this year. So,
Well, the
Your
boss
son-
has spoken. My son says they have the best goalie sitting on the bench.
Brax ain't wrong, so
Yeah, he just, I don't know it. He is Bostek. He is. He is a stud. He has his game has gone up so much from last year. He was good last year, but I think he tracks the puck 10 times better this year than he did last year. Like I've told Blade before, he's more relaxed in the crease. He doesn't let things rattle him. He can get across the crease faster than he did last year. I think he put in the work over the off season. I really do. I think he put in the work, and I even said it last night. I said, because we had a couple distraught fans around here and around where I sat at, and I said, well, that's what happens when you have your best goalie sitting on the bench. And you had a couple people saying, well, if the defense would help them, the defense helped them as much as they could last night.
Yeah.
There was just a couple times where Evansville just outsmarted us. Now, I will say there's some fans out there that are just saying, burn it all down. We're losing. We're not. I gotta remember, guys. You gotta remember, guys.
You know how many times people said that over the past 40 years?
Yeah, but like I said, though, you got to remember, guys. This is first part of the season still. I mean, we still got a lot of season left. So, moving on into this.
December, January, February, March.
Yeah, and then a little part of April.
Yeah.
So, Wade, I know you said you had some stats that you wanted to talk about. Let's kind of get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll try to go quick, but sometimes I know stats can be long-winded. But if you just bear with me, I'll get through these. But when you compare the stats between Jack Boston and Nick Latinovich, right now both of them got 7 games played. To their credit, it's even. 7 for Tino, 7 for Boston. Okay, nobody's played more than the other. The record right now for Boston is 4-2. The record for Tino right now is 4-3. We got 1 shutout credited to Boston, and then no shutouts for Tino. Save percentage for Jack Boston. Ty, you touched on this a little earlier. A .959 save percentage for 7 starts. Pretty damn good, if you ask me. Tino's save percentage, .929. So 3 percentage points below Jack Boston is Tino in that category. And again, a number that is pretty far apart. Goals against average. Jack Boston, 1.37 goals against average. Pretty outstanding on it. Nick Latinovich, his is a 2.16 goals against average. Averaging a goal more. So again, it's just, and the numbers are going to keep going like this and surprising you. Also, total goals allowed on the season for Jack Boston, he's only allowed 9 goals in this year in 7 games. He has 213 saves out of 222 shot attempts. In 7 games, he's already faced 222 shots, and he stopped 213 of them. We go down to Nick Latinovich. He hasn't even faced as many shots as Boston has stopped.
Okay.
So Nick Latinovich has 198 shots against and 184 saves, and he's given up 14 goals. So in less shots, he's given up 14 goals to Jack Boston's 9.
Okay.
And Jack Boston also has not let more than 2 goals up in a game. In the 7 games, no more than 2. With Tino, he has 3 games where he's given up 3 goals. Lost all 3 of those games.
Yeah.
So, again, when you look at those numbers, even when you look at Boston's losses, the one loss he had to Evansville when he started is he saved 39 of 41 shots. Pretty safe to say he kept you in that game and wasn't the reason you lost.
Yeah.
And
Morning, Sammy.
And the crazy game against Roanoke, where it was penalties galore and chaos, he'll again only allow 2 goals that game, and they both came by way of a 5-on-3 power play.
Yeah.
So it's just like when you look at those numbers, when there's chaos going on, when there's others people's cages that are rattled, guess whose cage isn't rattled? Boston. He is in there composed, calm, relaxed. He doesn't give a shit what's going on.
Mm-mm.
He's there.
And how long has he been playing hockey in general? For
I mean, this is only his second.
Semi-pro or pro, whatever you
Yeah,
want to
this is
call
only his 2nd or 3rd year in pro hockey.
Yeah.
it. Okay.
So
And Tino's been in it how long?
he's a veteran.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
veteran, but how long do you have to be a veteran is what I'm asking.
I mean,
5+ seasons.
So
Yeah.
he's for better lack of terms, he's run his ropes. He's, you know.
I mean, like I said, let's make this clear too, though. Tino is a good goalie.
He is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not saying he's not a good goalie, but something is just not right. And again, I'm gonna kind of change gears here just a little bit. There's something missing with the Rivermen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're missing, but something is missing. Jared, do you think their powerful unit's good? Power play unit? I think they could be good.
I think they're inconsistent.
They're very inconsistent. I mean, well, let's look back last Friday. Had a 5-minute power play. 1 shot.
Yep.
In 5 minutes. Last night, yes, they scored on the power play, but they had how many chances in the third?
Right.
They had what, 3-4 chances, I think, Wade, in the third?
Yeah, they had their opportunities, and again, they had a double minor to work with as well.
Yeah. But okay, now going back to Latinovich and Bostet's stats. When you said those stats, it is mind blowing. And just to see the shot total on Bostet. You said 200 and what? 223?
He's faced 222 shots,
22.
and Tino's got 198 shot.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, Guy has been one of those coaches that he will find his favorite goalie and work him like a dog. But when you have somebody like Bostet that has saved so many good shots, because I don't know if anybody's ever watched his highlight reel, but there were some shots I was like, oh, that's a goal. And then somehow Bostet makes the save. It's like, whoa. Like, he tracks the puck so much better, I believe, than Tino has this year. And like I said, I'm not trying to make this show all, bad mouthing,
Yeah.
bashing Tino. Because like I said, he is a good goalie. But I think tonight they need to start Bostet. And I believe we will see Bostet tonight. I don't know if we'll see Brawley for Evansville.
Probably not.
Yeah, I figured we probably wouldn't because Evansville is one of those teams too. They start their goalie over and over. I mean, look how many times they started Cole Cece.
Yeah.
I mean, he was almost every single game. So tonight's going to be interesting. Does anybody else have anything to say about last night's game before we kind of move on to tonight's game?
No. I think, like I said, just inconsistencies, a little bit getting discouraged down. Like that was it. That's what our inconsistent play once again it is gonna be the death of us.
My brother said, "Bring back rank."
He doesn't really fight the opposition.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
if I can't save a puck, then I'm beating somebody's ass.
Yeah. So, all right. So tonight's game. Again, Peoria against Evansville. I like this. I'm guessing we'll see Bostet. There is no. I hope we see Bostet. I'm guessing we see Jack tonight. I want to see them come out like they did last night. First period, just get physical. We need to get the first goal. And we just need to stay with them, though. We can't take a step back like we did last night. Wade, what's your take on tonight's game? We'll get to the whole keys and players we want to watch tonight just a little bit later. Right now, I just kind of want to talk, see what we're hopefully going to be watching tonight.
Well, like I said, they had a great first. I'd like to see that again. Come out and do what you did last night in the first period. I mean, if I'm speaking directly to them, it's like, guys, you did great. You did great that first period. You were on it. You were ready to go. You were taking it right to Evansville. And you got the goal, and you got the first goal in the league. You were doing what you were supposed to be doing. You were doing your jobs. You were in sync. Like, come out again exactly like that. Come out again ready to go, on fire, and ready to meet their aggression with your own. Keep being physical. Finish your checks. Stay disciplined. And just sound like a broken record. Cleaner passes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, I agree. I agree 100%. And I'm going to kind of touch on this too. Is we need to, and I sound like a broken record too, is control the neutral zone. Last night we had a couple struggles with that, with the passes. But like I said, it's amazing, like when Peoria controls the neutral zone, how much better we are when we control the neutral zone. We need to start working on getting into the zone when we have a power play. We couldn't even enter the zone, our own zone last night half the time when we were on a power play.
So here's another question. Hopefully it'll be good. Is everybody off their suspensions now?
No, Tristan still has 2 games.
Okay.
Tristan still has 2 games. Evansville reminds me of Quad Cities when they came out physical. Yeah, they do. But the difference between...
Okay, the reason why I'm saying it is because it seems like since they lost these guys to these suspensions, they've been lacking.
They've been lacking before the suspensions.
Well, it just seems more so, is what I'm saying.
Well,
Like-
I will say this: now that Gee's back, the effort's been there
Right.
because they know. Wade knows as well as I know. If they're going to play like they did last Friday in front of Gee is not going to be happy.
especially at home.
Yeah,
And also,
especially at home.
do you think because of the holidays, people are just still lethargic from the overeating and the traveling and
Well, here's my
things of
thing
that
with
nature?
that. Well, here's my thing with that. You're a professional athlete. You know you're going to have to play in holidays. All there is to it.
Right.
So, and I'm not trying to sound like a total asshole here, but you're a professional athlete. You need to be at top of your game, even when it comes to holidays. If you didn't want to play during the holidays, don't be a pro athlete.
Right.
That's just my opinion on that. I mean,
even the college players are playing on the holidays too, and they play well. So I mean,
the high school teams,
in high school, yeah,
because high school, they were supposed to play.
they were
I think
doing
today they were supposed to play today for the
basketball.
championship.
Yeah, they're doing basketball tournaments all over the place.
So I mean, if you don't want,
my point being is that if I was wondering about all that because just like you were mentioning, if these more other professional athletes and even high school and college can do it, then you should be able to, know when to fold them and know when to run. And
It's all about holding yourself accountable. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
in the mirror and being like, what more can I do to help this team?
Yeah.
That's what it's about. You got to be accountable for yourself. If you really want to, if you're looking to pass the buck off and blame, well, it was a long weekend. We played a couple games in a row. Well, you're just looking to make excuses. That's not a winning mentality.
no.
right.
And going back to
Okay.
Jared's question here or comment here, Evansville reminds him of Quad Cities. The thing with that though, Jared, is Evansville is better physicalness than Quad Cities. The thing with
Mhm.
Evansville is they don't stop. It seems like Quad Cities is physical during the first period. Like me and Wade has said in the past, they throw the kitchen sink at us the first period, and then they kind of start easing back. Evansville is more go, 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 go throughout the whole game. I mean, they're physical all three periods. Evan and Quad Cities seems like they're physical in the first period, a little bit in the second period, and then the second half of the second period and third period, it's like they run out of gas.
So
I mean,
it's like they're kind of like a roller coaster where they're going up, 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 and then all of a sudden they'll get to their apex, like you said, halfway through the second, and then all of a sudden they're just going downhill.
because look at Wednesday night. We should have probably lost
me.
that game. I mean, we were down 1-3 or 1-2. And then in the third period, it's like Quad Cities kind of just relaxed a little bit. And then we scored 2 goals in the third period to win that game.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Jared, in a little bit, but Evansville stays physical throughout the whole game. Quad City seems like it's physical during the first period, part of the second period, and then they relax.
And more disciplined.
Yes. Evansville is way more disciplined, which I'm going to mention this. Why didn't they send somebody from Evansville last night to the box when Fox got sent? Fox got sent for roughing. Evansville guy was roughing as well against Fox, and Fox was the only one got sent to the penalty box.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was right in between the benches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that too, and I was just like, yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, well, they're both going because they were both like going for headlocks on each other, and
Yeah.
it was equal. There was no one more guilty than the other.
Yeah.
And then they just took Fox. I don't know if that was because earlier it was a similar call that went against Evansville with Litke. And the
Yeah.
ref call in the end, and Litke thought it was going to be both of them going off, and they just took him off.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, hey, remember now, everybody says that the refs are for the Rivermen. They side with the Rivermen all the time. So,
Well, I know we got away with, I don't know if you saw it, Wade, but when Gillette smacked what's his name in the back of the knee with a stick, good thing the ref didn't see that. 'Cause
yeah, I did see that. And it's just like, see, it's like that's one of the things, guys. You got to be careful. It's just like because you could tell they're getting frustrated and desperate. Like you,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like in that third period, you could tell the Rivermen were getting frustrated with their own play. They're like, "Come on! Like, what is going on, dude? Why can't we get this puck in the freaking net?" Like,
Yeah.
you could tell they were getting frustrated with themselves. And to tell you the truth, I like that. When I see any type of emotion like that, like them
Yeah.
getting frustrated, at least I'm seeing something, not them just resigning to the fact like, we're gonna lose. Screw it,
Yeah.
you know.
right.
Yeah.
So
All right. So let's get this part of the show started. What are your keys to the game tonight? And what is your 3 players you would like to watch tonight? We'll start with we'll start with Big Men. What's your 3 keys to the game tonight, man? And then we'll get
Well,
into Wade because I'm sure
as I
Wade's
know,
got
many more. As I always say, every show, we need to set the tone. And it sounds like we try to set the tone, but it just fails every time. So we need to set the tone a little bit better. And we also, like I always say, get the first goal and just keep going, control the neutral zone, and don't make any screw ups, and try to stay out of the penalty box. Apparently, we can't do anything during the extra man and stuff. So that's all I got to really say about it. So,
all right, Wade, go ahead.
all right, one of my keys is I want a repeat of game 1. I want to see them come out with the same energy, same effort, maxed out, and come away with the first goal yet again. Second key is I want to see them finish. I want to see execution, and I want to see finish because it's one thing to show the effort. Effort and execution are different. You know, the effort can be there, but if the execution's not, we're probably still not going to win. So I want to see that execution along with the effort and finishing our plays and putting the puck in the net. And then also, I think special teams is going to be very key in this second game. We got to be consistent on the power play. When we get our opportunities, we're going to have to score. And we're going to have to kill off some penalties as well. And it's going to be easier with bodies at net. Players I'm looking for, I'm looking at the best player on the Rivermen roster, Michael McChesney. To me, he's the best Rivermen player on the roster. I got to see him show up tonight and make his presence known. I want to see, I normally don't point out defenders, but I am going to this time. I want to see Ayo really get involved physically tonight. Rather that's getting in a fight with someone or not. I'm not saying he has to, but I really want to see Ayo get physical tonight.
I agree.
And protect himself in the game. And my last player to watch for is who was I gonna name? I had him on the tip of my tongue. Now I just lost him. Wait, no, Massey. That's it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I want to see what Matt. I think Massey's been improving game by game by game for the River,
Yes.
slowly but surely, and I really want to see him again interject himself in this game because he could be a physical player too, as
Yes.
well. So I really want to see it come together for Massey tonight.
Well, I told you last night. I think Massey has been a good little player for us.
Yeah,
He's showing effort. And I think he's very happy to be here in Peoria.
I do too.
His brother's still up in Quad Cities, and his brother's a decent player too.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know if anybody's seen that Thanksgiving video, but they said, "What are you thankful for?" And without hesitation, he was like, "I'm thankful that I got traded to Peoria." So yeah, I think he loves playing for the Rivermen, and he's been a very good player for us so far. And like you said, every game it seems like he's starting to catch his stride and continues to improve.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say my players first. I want to see, and it's not just 3 players. I want to see the leadership role of this team. I want to watch how they react tonight. So the leadership roles, I guess I'll mention, you got Bear, Barker, Gillette. I'm going to even throw Wilkie in there because he's a leadership role.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to take the helm of this team and just, guys, let's get it. It seems like we're missing somebody like that. And I'm waiting for that next person be like, all right, guys, let's go. Let's get this going. My 3 keys to the game: control the neutral zone, like I've said before. That's a big key for us. Come out physical, like what Wade was saying. Come out really physical, like last night, first period. You come out like that and you continue that throughout the game, I think we'll be okay.
Right.
And then, of course, play smart. Don't take stupid penalties because, like, piggybacking off of Wade, I think special teams is going to be a big issue or a big thing in these games. It's going to determine who's going to win, who's going to lose, because their penalty kill is not. They're no, it's not like they're bad. They have a pretty decent penalty kill.
Right.
And our power play is so inconsistent, and we need to have more consistency when it comes to our power play.
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, again, like I said, Bloomington lost last night. Peoria plays tonight against Evansville again.
Blues tonight.
Yep.
Rivermen
Blues.
or Blackhawks tomorrow afternoon.
Yep. Again, one more time, Wade, let us know about this Indian restaurant one more time before we kind of wrap things up.
Indian restaurant and bar, downtown Peoria. 4.8 stars out of 5. 300 plus good reviews. Just right down there, best Indian restaurant rated in the Peoria area. Get yourself down there, enjoy some good food, no matter the occasion.
Yeah, get down there, tell them Wade sent you, and they'll take care of you. And if you don't like really spicy stuff, they'll tone it down to your taste.
Right.
I've heard good things about it. I have not yet gone and tried that.
And like I said, like I said at the beginning of the show, you don't have to go there just because it's Riverman game. You can go anytime. You can go on a date with your loved one. You can go to there before any of the events at the Carver Arena, at the Peoria Civic Center. So, it's not just for hockey. It's for any time. So,
yep. A couple of announcements. Wednesday night show, we're going to switch gears. We are not going to be doing a hockey show next Wednesday night. We will be doing a racing show Wednesday night. It'll be Big Ben, myself, and the tire guy. Everybody's going to meet the tire guy. My brother will be joining us for that show to get us ready for the Gateway Nationals. And then next Saturday, I believe it's going to have to probably be, it'll probably have to be in the afternoon. We'll talk about it. We'll go back to our normal Saturday shows with Wade and talk about Riverman hockey because they are on the road next weekend. So we will talk about that. But yeah, Wednesday night, I believe we're going to start 6.
Yeah.
Wednesday night,
fine.
or no, 6:30. 6:30.
6:30. Either one.
Yeah, we'll start 6:30 Wednesday night. Like I said, it'll be a racing show, and I believe that's
Wade,
all
you're
I got to
more
say
welcome
about that.
to join if you want to. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Here's one question. Here's one question before we go. Who on the Rivermen would you not want to date your sister, and why is it Tristan?
Yeah, there's a lot of videos out there that's always it's Tristan.
I watched some of those short videos for the Rivermen because I was scrolling through Facebook. All of a sudden, it's like, who on the team? Hey, John, who would you want to not date your sister? And he goes, oh, my son Tristan. And then someone goes, hey, who would you not want to date? Oh, Tristan. Oh, Bostitch. Or, it was, you had to see it to see how funny it was. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny to let everybody know about.
Yeah. So tonight, again, get down to the Civic Center. I know it snowed outside. We didn't get as much as they said that we were going to because I can still see my grass.
I can't see mine, so if that tells you anything.
So if you guys are
And
going down to the Civic
flowing.
Center, drive safe.
Yeah, be safe
tonight. And everybody, y'all have a good Saturday. Hope to see you at the game tonight. If you can't, catch it on Flow or go to Mixler, listen to it. And Wade, we always want to do it. What style again? Yeah. Good. Bye, everybody.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.